Dave, hi. Thank you so much for joining us. This is another episode in our lockdown series, and we'll be discussing transformation with you today to gain your insights. Thanks very much for taking out some time.
No, thanks for having me. And I apologise for the dance costumes behind. I won't go into that story, but leave that to the imagination.
Yeah, that's it. We'll save that for another time. He's trying to rope me into a party trick for you. So one of the things that I kind of really want to get to the roots of with you is to many people, transformation might be sort of this term that's bandied around that they kind of don't feel like they may not sort of truly understand, I suppose. So from your perspective, sort of what is transformation, and what does it really mean to a business, and why is there so much focus nowadays on digital transformation?
One of my thank you. And one of my pet hates is the word digital. I know why everybody's using it, and it's just a buzzword for me. And I think people get hung up about it's digital. We've got to do digital, but it could be as small or as simple as I'm gonna start moving all my technology, my documentation onto Office 365. It could be something as simple as that. To the other extreme, It could be a multi-million-pound program which is going to rationalize the whole business process. It's going to look at the way that people work, the culture of the business, and start making it faster, more agile. That's a massive, big place at the minute. But I think people just hear digital transformation and they think, I've got to do something. Don't worry. Take a deep breath. So I think I like to say to people, start with the end in mind. What do you want to achieve? Transformation journey about is where you are now and where you want to get to. And if you haven't got a vision of where you want to get to, and or you don't know where you are today, then you've got problems. So you've got to understand the now and what it really means.
Yeah, and I suppose that there's always going to be a point, isn't there, where a company sort of they're going to naturally reach a point, but at what point will that be in that company's sort of journey where they'll realise they need to bring somebody in, say like yourself, for instance?
Yeah, I think the current climate with the COVID situation is probably going to be where people will reflect. Probably not right now, but in a few months' time when they start to go, we need to do something different. There's a vision, the CTOs, the CIOs will have a vision of this is what we could do better. You've got the business stakeholders, they'll be crying out for, I need to work from home, I need to do something better. That's why Zoom has taken off. Zoom has gone mad because it's been a very quick, agile way of getting people to work from home. Understanding the strategy for me is the key bit. Where does the business want to go to? So how do I get into that? And I think the first thing you need to do is start thinking simply in terms of that outcome again. What do you want to do? Where are you trying to get to? That strategic vision, where are you on the, let's call it a maturity, digital transformation maturity scope, is like, where are you? Interestingly, and this is a little anecdote, edit it out if you want. Sorry, that's a little joke to what we talked about earlier. If I went to a physio and the physio had a problem with their IT, literally they had everything on a PC in their office. And I said, well, you now got a problem with your PC. If you got it all in Office 365, all your documentation, you could work from anywhere. You wouldn't be reliant on that PC. Oh, we never thought about that. So it's just one tiny little step starts to make people think. And people don't know what they don't know. So somebody like myself, where I say, well, you could do this, you could do that, you could do the other, it starts to go, oh, ideas. Typical CIOs and CTOs will have a view and they'll want to be right. But you've got to help them get to the right answer. And the right answer is understanding the business and understanding the journey that the company has also been on.
Yeah. So in terms of how that sort of plays out within that leadership team, then, so in your view, what differentiates someone at your sort of level that helps them? Well, it's going to differentiate really and execute those plans.
Well, somebody like me, first of all, I don't execute plans. I like to have the team around me to do that. But that's not because I can't or I won't. It's I'm there to come and think about the big picture and help the leaders think about the big picture. For me, the day-to-day focus on delivery is that you've got to think about your individual objectives. How big is the program? What does the program look like? The clients, my customers, your customers, CIOs, need a trusted advisor. They need somebody who say, you could go that way, you could go that way. Historically, that way gives you better benefits, X, Y, and Z. And if you go the other way, then you might be having some challenges. Ultimately, the decision is theirs, and you're helping be that person to give them some help. You've got to think about the business, though. I know that I've been in various companies where technology is the be-all and end-all, and it's like, it's not. Technology for me, and I say this and people do shoot me down, but I'm an advocate in it. Oh, hello. I think we've lost.
Yeah. So what I was going to suggest now, Dave, is if we take a short break, we'll get back to this, because there's a few other questions that I'd really love for you to kind of share some of your views on. So we'll take a short break for now, and then we'll get back into the heart of some of the characteristics and some of the sort of management tools and how that can best be managed at that sort of level.